I'm so sorry that that cut off. So here is the last few slides. Maybe that was a sign to wrap it up. But the textbook was super helpful. On page 324, it says that the myth that people may think individuals who have been abused will also abuse their own children, but the book told us that this was not true. Though abuse in all forms statistically does show a trend toward a multi-generational pattern, the adults who recognize the dysfunctional patterns of their own family may be able to work toward overcoming these same things happening in their family. So if they do outgrow this, or not outgrow it, because you don't outgrow abuse, but if they see that this was not right and they say, I will not have this happen to my children, in my house, we will not be like this, then they can grow from that and it won't happen. And there's our textbook. So in conclusion, after going through all my sources, and then the textbook as well, that I think that we have a responsibility to prevent a child from getting abused. We must initiate support services that enhance their development and their safety as a child, and that I think we should advocate for programs and the education that strengthens and the protective factors that this will shield those risk factors for emotional abuse while we address those. And then there is an image of a child talking to maybe their school counselor. This assignment really opened my eyes just to how serious emotional abuse is. Of course, I know that abuse or harm done to a child will have lasting effects, but this really stuck with me. As an elementary school counselor, that's what I want to be. I think it will be difficult to spot those students who are dealing with this at home because to the eye, you can't see this happening. It really takes getting to know each one of your students to know that something is off with them and taking the time to talk about them with whatever may be going on. And then here are those empirical sources, and then the textbook. So I hope that this presentation really opened your eyes, just like it did for me. I knew, of course, that abuse happens, but I always think of physical abuse and like, oh, I'll be able to spot it with my students. But this shows that sometimes you cannot spot it. So I think having this project to go off of, I hope that it opened your eyes and you can spot that as well from happening. So